Hi everyone, it's a day with a Y in it, which can only mean one thing. Israel are killing people in Gaza. For this we're going to go to Al Jazeera. Israel pounds Gaza, killing a pregnant woman and her child. The child was 18 months old, I believe. At least 3 Palestinians, including a pregnant woman and her 18-month-old child, were killed by Israeli airstrikes and artillery shelling on the besieged Gaza Strip. Israeli launched more than 140 attacks, and after about 150 rockets were fired from the coastal enclave, injuring at least 6 people in Israel. Now, there's a video there. I'm going to leave a link to any articles that I refer to in my videos in future. But I'll leave a link to this down below. I don't know who said MSNBC will show the missiles launching. Al Jazeera are the ones who show them hitting the ground and killing people. That's the case with that video. That's all I'll say. It's not showing people dying or anything like that, but it does show the explosions, and they are absolutely huge, frightening. The article continues. It says at least 3 Palestinians, including a pregnant woman and her 18-month-old child, were killed by Israeli airstrikes and artillery shelling on the besieged Gaza Strip. Okay, I've covered that bit. Israel's military on Tuesday warned Hamas against further escalation in violence, and Israeli media says officials were considering evacuating residents from areas near the Gaza border. The way things continue to play out is significant, he said. Hamas will understand in the coming hours, as in the past months, that this is not a direction it wants to choose, a senior military official was quoted as saying. Military officials were quoted as saying by local media that Israel is close to a military operation in Gaza, which, quote, Hamas will be hit hard. I highly doubt that, Israel. All I see you hitting hard is innocent civilians. That's all I see dying. Yuval Stonitz, a member of the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in a cabinet, told Israel Radio, quote, we are not eager for war and we're not interested in a border confrontation, but at the same time it could be certainly happen because we will not make any concessions to Hamas. No, you're not interested in war. You're not eager for war, and you're not interested in a border confrontation. You're not interested in any of those things at all. Again, this is from what I've seen. You're only interested in the complete destruction of Palestine and Palestinians in Gaza in your quest for whatever it is your end goal is. It finishes, Israel's Security Cabinet will convene at 1 o'clock GMT to discuss the Gaza escalation. Now, this was in response, as it says, to missiles and whatever you sent from Gaza. What kind of missiles it did, I don't know. You do see one of them landing in that video. Again, I'll put a link down below so you can see it for yourself. And a few people were hurt. The explosions were nowhere near the size, put it this way, of the explosions that happened in Gaza as a retaliation. As we know, Hamas will send burning kites over to Israel, and Israel in response to them will send Hellfire missiles, Tomahawks, drones, and God knows what else in the way of munitions. So that's basically outlining what has happened here. This was the headline from the BBC. Now, actually, before I get to that, I want to give a shout out to this guy, Ben White. No idea who he is, but he caught this on Twitter. So I do try and give people credit for the people who caught it. And he caught this. The story in 3 parts. He said, this was the BBC's headline when the news broke. Israeli airstrikes, quote, kill woman and toddler. That is perfectly fine. It's accurate. It's perfectly fine. For once, I have got no problem with a headline that the BBC has done about Israel and Gaza. No problem at all. Until, this is Amichai Stein, who's a reporter, breaking, Israel MFA has issued a formal complaint to the BBC World after their Gaza headline. Wow. Didn't take them long to change it either. Gaza airstrikes kill woman and child after rockets hit Israel. That sounds... Just read that. Just read it. Remember, this is a woman and child in Gaza that has been killed by Israel. And now, you read it, Gaza airstrikes kill woman and child after rockets hit Israel. So rockets hit Israel and kill a woman and child. That's the connection now people will make. Now it's just confusing. Now it's like, well, who was killed? Where? Woman and child were killed in Israel by Gaza air rockets. Can you see how they do it now? Can you see how they manufacture consent for whatever it is that they want? Even when they actually do a good job and write a headline that's accurate, that isn't, catering to the Israel lobby. The Israel lobby complain, headline gets changed. Somebody kindly point something in the comments to all the people in the BBC who are connected to Israel. Please do. I bet you it's a big long list. So there you go. The BBC headline was right for once, and Israel got them to change it. And that's, the way things are now. Woman there, pregnant woman, killed in Gaza, and an 18-month-old child. And all Israel care about is how the optics are going to look to the people reading the BBC. What does that tell you about how intertwined they are? Tells me a hell of a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please click the bell down there and subscribe so you get a notification of next time I drop a video. Also, I can't do this without your help, so if you can afford it and you enjoy my videos, please support the channel by subscribing to my Patreon. Link is down there. You can do it for as little as $1 a month, and it really does help. If you can't afford it, that's fine. Please share my work and talk to other people about the issues that I bring up. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time, peace and take care.